Hello everybody, and welcome to Robot Wars Omega, the US Championships 2019! Yes, this is the first ever, main tournament that isn't a random fight I'm doing on this channel. Okay, yeah, it was originally going to be the Account Mayhem first, but, well, July the 4th snuck up on me, and I thought, you know what? This is something I used to do off screen. Every July the 4th, I get all the US robots I have, and put them in a tournament. Now, obviously, some of those US machines that I used to have retired, but we have three pretty good American machines here fighting today in one round-robin tournament to determine who will become the US champion. Yes, we have three US machines, and these aren't any good old American beauties, I will tell ya. But for those who don't know how a round-robin tournament works, it will basically work like this. These three robots will all fight each other at least once, and in hopes to score as many points as possible. You get 3 points for a win by knockout, 2 points for a win by judge's decision, and if you lose, well, there are no prizes for the losers, are there? 0 points. And the robot with the most points at the end is the winner. So now that I've explained the rules, yeah, I think we should get onto it. But before we get into it, a good friend of mine in real life, his name is Jack Slade, he said, hey, can I get a shout out on my channel? And that's what I've done. I'm gonna give him a shout out. So check out his channel if you want. I mean, he's made quite a funny meme of one of my videos on his channel. It's quite funny. Certainly worth a watch. And he's hoping to make more videos in the future. So go subscribe to him if you're interested in that sort of thing. So now let's begin our first fight of the US Championships. And the first robot in is Bite Force. Yes, we have Bite Force in the arena with that nice jaw clamp setup. With that nice crushing claw at the top and those lifting spikes at the bottom, hoping to grapple and suplex many machines that enter the arena today. They have to easily be the favourites here, being the 2015, I believe 2015, and 2018 BattleBots champion. Can they become the first ever Robot Wars Omega US champion? And just to let you know, yes, this is season 1, also known as season 6, Bite Force. So this isn't the vertical spinner, this is the grappler one, but they should still do well. I mean, well, the grappler one was always pretty good. And their first opponent is Duck. Yes, we have Duck in the arena, based on 2018 Duck. We're armed with that front lifting plow, which should basically hopefully lift up some robots here today. They are a spinner killer, bit unfortunate as there aren't any spinners in this tournament. But they are hoping to basically push, bulldoze, and use good pushing power to their advantage here to win today. They are the first ever robot I made for random bot builds. Yeah, I have upgraded them since then, though. I've added them a clear little bit of plastic at the front so it can get underneath machines a lot easier. So hopefully Duck should get the win. And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZ, a house robot that always gets the win. It's the lovely Matilda. So here we go. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. The US Championships has begun. And immediately Duck gets right underneath Bite Force. Bite Force now lifts up Duck, and they've lifted Duck up and over. Duck are up and over. Right now, Bite Force are basically controlling Duck here. Duck now are upside down. Duck in trouble. Bite Force now basically taking on Duck here and ramming them to the arena wall. Duck trying to push back onto Bite Force, but Bite Force are grappling Duck and are basically suplexing them here at the minute. Bite Force now lifting Duck up, showing them off to the crowd. Duck now gets right underneath Bite Force, trying to lift them up on their side right there. Sorry if my hand's getting in the way, it is a little bit hard to try and use a small robot like this, but they flip Bite Force up and over. Bite Force in trouble right there. Now, you remember, never count out Duck. They may look unassuming, but they are an effective machine. A really effective machine. They stood up to the likes of Tombstone and Bronco, and, well, robots like Tombstone and Bronco and Gigabyte in the past. So you should never count them out. But now Duck lifting Bite Force up and over once again and pushing them into Matilda. Matilda now flipping both Duck and Bite Force. Bite Force gets flipped. Duck are upended. Now they can't use their ramming plow as well. But it doesn't matter because they're pinned up against the arena wall. And has Bite Force found a solution? Yes, Paul Ventimiglia, I think that's the name of the Bite Force driver. Very good driver. And he's managed to prop Duck up on the arena sidewall like that. Duck trying to waggle and move their flipper away, but they just can't. Get back down, and in comes Matilda to cause some damage to Duck. Yeah, we are going at it against Duck. Oh. Well, Bite Force are the winners, and they pick up 3 points. Cease. Wow. Well, Duck certainly did put up a good fight, but Bite Force in the end were the winners. And they pick up 3 points. They're currently in the lead. Duck, they have 0 points. But could they pick up some points here in their next fight? And yes, Duck are in the next fight. Bit of a shame they didn't win that last one. They certainly did do pretty well. But in the end, Bite Force caught them with the claws. But they are going up against, well, certainly a hothead of the arena in Blacksmith. Armed with that very powerful hammer. So powerful, it just flipped themselves over. Very powerful hammer. A little bit top heavy this robot is at times, but that hammer certainly is very powerful and does come down with a lot of force. Hoping to, well, splatter Duck here and, well, Bite Force. So yeah, there's Blacksmith. A little bit top heavy, but certainly is a good machine and hopefully should do well. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, well, this one always does well. It's the fast, it's the nippy, it's the brutal Rhino. So Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go for our second fight. Now Duck, they want to pick up some points here because, well, Bite Force beat them in the last fight. They want to pick up some points. If they win by judge's decision, they are officially out of it. So they want to beat Blacksmith by knockout. And then they need to hope Blacksmith beats Bite Force, so it will go to a tiebreaker. Blacksmith on their backs, and they are trying to self-right. Blacksmith currently on their backs, but no, they use their hammer to self-right right there. Blacksmith very top-heavy, but now bringing the hammer down onto Duck. That certainly is coming down with a lot of force right here. But Duck ramming Blacksmith into the arena sidewall. Duck now lifting Blacksmith up, and Blacksmith are currently on their side. Blacksmith look like they're in a lot of trouble, and now they're ramming. And now they're being rammed by Duck. Duck certainly coming in with a lot of good pushing power, but not as good as Rhino's, I doubt. Rhino now basically slamming Blacksmith. Oh! That was a big slam. Blacksmith does self-right and gets underneath Duck right there, but Blacksmith brings down the hammer on Duck, trying to cause some damage, maybe knock out, shake some internals loose. Duck, no, flips Blacksmith up and over. In comes Rhino! Oh, that's a brilliant slam, but Blacksmith still keeps on going. That is one thing about Blacksmith. They are an incredibly durable machine. They are really durable, in fact. I mean, this robot survived. Okay, yeah, they did get knocked out by Bite Force. No, not Bite Force. They did get knocked out by Minotaur, but to survive that long against Minotaur is impressive. And now, but Duck currently, well, Blacksmith can't really have a comeback here for Duck's aggressive speed and drive, who are now just pushing Blacksmith. Oh, what on earth happened there? Duck has just rammed Blacksmith out the arena! Well, I didn't see that coming. Oh, either way, Duck are the winners. Cease. Well, talk about a twist ending there. I did not expect Duck to get Blacksmith up and out the arena like that. Blacksmith out of the arena, the hammer's still in. Yeah, go on, Duck. Yeah, it's not anymore. Duck are the winners. So now it looks interesting as both Bite Force and Duck are in the lead, both at 3 points. But if Bite Force gets the victory here, well, they win the US Championships of 2019. But if Blacksmith beats them, it'll be very interesting as all machines have 3 points. They'll have to go to a tiebreaker. We'll see if that happens here. But for now, well, let this fight begin. So there's Bite Force. Very impressive in their first round against Duck, certainly controlling the battle. And there's Blacksmith, hoping to do a little bit better here, especially after, well, basically being bullied by Duck for the majority of that battle. So it should be interesting, this one, especially considering these two robots have fought each other before in BattleBots 2018. That time Bite Force won, but they had the vertical spinner set up then. This is the grappler. So will Blacksmith fare a bit better against the grappler Bite Force? And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZs, wow, you really don't want to see this thing on your computer. Yes, this robot's worse than malware. It's virus. So here we go. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Bite Force and Blacksmith fighting out, and Blacksmith immediately gets a good hammer shot right there, but Bite Force lifts Blacksmith up, and they've now locked horns with their hammer. They've now grappled with their hammer. Blacksmith trying to bring down the hammer to cause some more damage. Bite Force lifts Blacksmith up on their side. Blacksmith on their side. Can they self-right? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Blacksmith now gets lifted up once again, but Bite Force are just absolutely controlling them. And Blacksmith, well, they don't really have an answer for what Bite Force are doing here. And now they've lifted Blacksmith up. Blacksmith does a nice little pirouette there. Oh, I could just hear the driver of Blacksmith yelling, "You're gonna let go," already. I'm joking. References! Bite Force now grabbing yet another hold of Blacksmith. Blacksmith does self-right though. Nice and easy right there. But now they're bringing the hammer down once again onto Bite Force. It is a really powerful hammer, but they just got drawn up against two really powerful opponents here in Duck and Bite Force. And Bite Force now getting Blacksmith in another grapple once again, and they are grappling. Blacksmith here, Blacksmith, oh, they're getting ready to be tipped on their backs now by Bite Force. Bite Force drops Blacksmith, but now they are giving them to Virus, for Virus to have a little snack on. Blacksmith, oh, they're like waving their little hammer around. It's like, no, please don't. Please stop. Oh, hey, you're having to go at Virus. You know you don't have to go at Virus. That's the last person you want to go with. Virus now slams Blacksmith into the arena. Bite Force are having to go with Virus. What's Virus ever done to you? Well, Virus kind of based on Bite Force, so maybe Paul Ventimila's jealous of Virus. Well, Bite Force certainly are exacting their revenge. They flip Virus over. Oh, but they got to beware, because remember, Bite Force, if you leave yourself off guard, but Blacksmith can hit you, and that hammer is brutal. It's such a powerful hammer, comes down with so much force, and that was a loud hit right there. I heard that. The next door neighbours probably heard that. France probably heard that. Bite Force now lifting up Blacksmith. Virus, they can self-right. They're struggling to. Come on, Virus. You're meant to be representing the house. Oh, great, they're stuck now. Well, let's just ignore Virus, because Virus seems to be more useless than Matilda in the Grand Slam. But now, Bite Force now biting in on Blacksmith, and Blacksmith getting lifted up by Bite Force. This is a pretty good fight, you know. I mean, this is a pretty good fight. Blacksmith, though, gets lifted up by Bite Force once again, and Bite Force now has another chew onto Blacksmith. They're going to drop Blacksmith right there, dropping them in front of that arena sidewall right there, and now they flip Blacksmith up and over. Blacksmith on their side. They do have a Shremek. In that big, large hammer. It's a little bit top heavy, as I said, on my version anyway. But Bite Force are controlling them, but they couldn't finish him off, and therefore it goes to the judges. Not really sure about you guys, but I don't think the judges are going to need long to decide this one. Based on damage, control, and aggression, they've given it to Bite Force, and that means that Bite Force are the US 2019 champions. Well done to Bite Force on being the first US 2019 champions, but they will be back for next year on July the 4th to try and reclaim their title. Blacksmith and Duck will be there to try and get their revenge, as well as a few more US machines that I'll probably make for random bot build episodes. But until then, I'll see you again next time, and I'll see you again next time for either a request fight, or maybe even something to do with the Account Mayhem. Yeah, I'm getting way closer to the Account Mayhem now. Just got 3 more builds to make, so stay tuned. But until then, I'll see you again next time, and all hail our new US champion, Bite Force. Bye-bye.